Well, today's the day. Just back from a little trip to my local camera retailer, Wex, and here it is. It's not there. Just kidding. Here it is. Just clear the desk a little bit. So, it's been a while coming, but here at last, and I just thought I'd share this moment with you. So, here we are. The Canon EOS R5. Let's just flip the screen out. It's very similar to the EOS R, actually. Sort of angular shape to it, and not as rounded as previous DSLRs. And I would say slightly larger, but overall the feel's much the same as the EOS R when I had it. I usually have the screen just flat to the back like that. I like the small LCD area like we had in the R, and obviously now the joystick instead of the touch bar that they had on the R, which I did use the touch bar. I found it useful actually. I used it for things that didn't affect picture quality, like the level and zoom and things like that. Let's get a battery in it. Okay, that may not have a charge. I've got one here. LP6N, so not the latest NH, but this is the N battery, so I can charge that via USB. I bought a couple of them at the time for the EOS R. So there you go. Quite nice in the hand, and I hope you don't mind me sharing the experience with you. I'll switch it on. Actually, first of all, we'll put a lens on it. I've got the 24-105 RF here, which I used with my R. Let's put that on. Yeah, that's a nice balanced pairing, I have to say. Switch it on now. We'll give you a quick look at that closer up. You'd like to see it. So the body here. Get some cards in it. So I've got 128 gig Lexar CF Express card that I bought ready for this to arrive. And I've got the Lexar 2000X UHS 2 cards I was using with my EOS R. So I have one of these freshly formatted. I'll put that in. So given I've had a month to plan for this and I had both the cards sitting waiting, let's have a look and see what firmware's on. Wow. It's on firmware 1.0. Well, given that it's arrived like a month after the first batch, it's obviously been on a slow boat from Japan. Still a bit surprised it's 1.0. I thought it may have been 1.1. Not to worry. But it gives me an opportunity because when I updated the EOS R, it was possible to do it via the USB-C lead that they supplied, and through the Canon utility, the EOS 3 utility, I was able to update the camera directly over that link. I think most people probably still use the SD card for that purpose. You know, download the file, copy it over to your SD card, put the SD card in, and then switch your camera on and update it from there. Whereas last time, it was the first time I'd done it with the EOS R, I plugged it into the USB-C lead and updated it via the utility. So I'm going to do the same thing again, and I may well film that just to show you that process in case you're not familiar with it. I have to say, first glance, I'm well impressed with the body. I was very well impressed with the EOS R when it arrived, so the R5 is just as good in the hand, so pleased with that. I hope you don't mind me sharing this moment with you, and it'll give me an opportunity to go through the camera in a bit more detail once I get familiar with it. I'm going to try one or two lenses. I've got the 100 to 400 lens, which it's a great lens. I used it on the EOS R. The only problem there being the frames per second is too slow. So I'm looking forward to see how it performs on the R5. I'm giving some consideration to the 100 to 500 RF lens. In fact, I've got a pre-order with Wex, so I'm not obligated to take it. They said they'll give me an opportunity to try it out on the camera, and they'll give me a couple of hours with it if I want, and so I'm going to check it out with the 100 to 400 to see whether that extra reach is just enough, and also whether the RF lens just behaves better on the body than the EF glass with the adapter. My experience of using adapters so far is it's been absolutely seamless, so I don't know, it's a lot of money to pay just for another 100 mil, but so I used the 100 to 400 on the EOS R body, and I think that was a heavier combination than the 100 to 500 on the R5 body, so that is something that attracts me as well. I'm getting a bit older, and carrying a heavy camera around for a long walk it was proving a bit of a challenge. We typically used to do 10 and 15 miles walk with the camera, so anything that I can do to lighten the load is welcome. That's for it. So I'll come back, a few more tests, and cover it with you. But thanks for watching so far, and I appreciate you tuning in just to see me indulge myself. You're watching Rumour Has It. Please consider subscribing below for continued coverage of the EOS R5 and camera rumours, news, and anything else that comes along. Thanks again.